Okay, hello trading people. Today again we're looking at Jumia technologies. Yesterday we had the earnings report and we had a huge drop to about 30% negative in the maximum. Here down to about 2.7 US dollars. Yeah, I will give you an update to what I think about the chart and the future of this chart by Elliott wave counts. So let's start. First of all, we have on the right side here currently the 2-hour candles, and on the left side the daily candles. Then we have a RSI overbought oversold indicator and the QQE mod for momentum. Last time the assumption was that, maybe let's turn the remarks on, that we had a first correction here down to the first very low of the chart, and afterwards a new high here, which is finished as a wave 1, being this the previous probably top, imaginary, because there is no previous history. And then we had a huge correction to down about 100% here, down to about 2.2 US dollars. And let's turn the remarks off again to have a little bit more view. And then we have another impulse here because we overshoot the last highs and lows here. And then a correction again here at August 24. And my idea was that because the size of this impulse here, because we have in a bullish market of a chart or an index, 5 upwards waves, or let's say 5 upwards waves, of course, and then afterwards a large correction. So because the size of this impulse here is roundabout or going in the direction of this impulse here, this could be a sub count of the next wave 3. So we want to know, where does the next wave end, right? So my expectation was, because we have in the first sub count the end here at the round about 7.8 Fibonacci. This was round about this value here. We were already at the 0.88 Fibonacci, so pretty low, and it touched it multiple times. And I think it was October last year when I did my last analysis. We hadn't this history here as we currently see it. And the current drop confirms that we're probably now going lower. I counted this as still corrective. Let's go into the details. So I counted this as a ABC or WXY correction, and this from, I need to find something to mark this. And this here, I counted, there's still already a box. I marked this as a wave 4, so like an ABCDE correction. So wave 4, a triangle. And after this, because it's a continuation pattern, we usually see a drop down, and this is what unfolded yesterday. So I'm still bullish on the chart, because it's the usual way to go. And Jumia is a very young company, having a lot of volatility in the chart and in the price action. If you're on the long term, I think you have a pretty nice buy zone here. So I marked this rectangle here. So this one here is the very low at around 2.2, 2.3 US dollars. If we go below this, there could probably be new lows. Maybe it's just a short touch and go. But we will see. From the history of the chart, one can tell that we usually have a long S here, wave 4. This is taking on since middle of last year, now to, let's say half a year. And we also have this here in the last correction, from the top in March 21 until June 23, so more than 2 years correction. We also had a long wave 4 and wave 5. So in the sub counts, it wasn't the case here in the first impulse, larger impulse, of this larger wave 1. So I wasn't expecting it to go lower without counting the sub counts, so that was my fault. But now, seeing it the way it is, we probably are now in the last buy zone before we enter the wave 3 of the larger cycle here. In blue, the 1, 2. Let's maybe turn off the notifications again here. And so where does the charts probably take? Since we expect Jumia not to go bankrupt, because looking at Africa, I think the economy is growing between 3 and 4%, so that's pretty solid. I think we can expect that, as in every bull market or let's say market or stock, we have new highs to be expected. Africa is a growing new economy compared to old Europe, for example, and thus we will probably overshoot this $70 peak here in March 21. So I often saw that the wave 3, for example, if we say let's take it off, this is a 1, 2, then we have the next wave 3 probably to be finished here at between the 1.6 and 2.6 Fibonacci of which is the length of the wave 1. So this is the length here of the wave 1, and extending this, we will probably end with wave 3 here between, let's say, between $24 and $37. Wave 4, sometimes gets close to, that's why I saw here overlapping 4. So it was very close to wave 1. Usually the wave 4 doesn't enter the area of wave 1. It was pretty close, maybe to be neglectable. But then we probably correct down to about between $15 and $16 with the wave 4. And then let's say the wave 5 has the length 1 to 1.6 of wave 3, for example, or wave 1, depends. Then we will probably end here with the next wave 1 of the larger 3 cycle at round about between let's say $40 and $50. Then we have a next wave 2, a larger wave 2 correction. So as I noted here, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the one of the 3. Because we have the 3 is also or the 5. Usually it's the wave 3 is the longest wave. Then we have also a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as for example here on the first larger one. Okay, so we're expecting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the first one. Then we have a correction down to the 2. Then we have 3, 4, 5, which is the 3 of this 1, 2, 3. Then we have again a correction in this larger bluer cycle down to, let's say, again this 1 level down to 80, and then the 5 eventually down up to 200 before we again have a next cycle finished here at the 5 and correcting down to, let's say, in the worst case, it goes down to $2.20, but maybe because it has then a larger market capitalization, it probably goes, we will see down to maybe 60, 80. Let me see if we have, let's say this is the larger cycle here. If we have $200, then we have maybe a correction down to the 7, 8, down to $40, right? Okay, so that's my expectation. If we go for longer term, longer here on the right side, for a longer time below 220, then we will probably go to new lows, maybe 150. We have to see and have to count when the time is there. But for now, I think it's a valid buy zone between 220 and 290, where we are currently. And so if you buy different charges, don't put your money all at once into one stock. Take first lot and then add more if you're convinced, and if the chart plays out. For example, so if we say we have the wave 5 here for the next wave 3, let's say wave 1, we have a potential of 1,600%, right? As before, I think this were 3,000 to 4,000%. So it's a nice risk to reward ratio. If you say if you want to put a stop loss here at maybe $2, let's say, if you don't want to go into red numbers, but it's it's up to you. It's just an idea of mine here that Jumia has a lot of potential. Growing user base, optimization and costs from the fundamental side. I think, just do your research. Maybe we can also have as the last thing a look at the indicators. Basically wave 4 here now we have from momentum side also kind of triangle formation here, and maybe now we take, as in the previous counts, a longer wave 5 or before we start a new upward cycle. So it could maybe take us through the next earnings. If there's a surprise, I think there will be a fast increase in price action here. But probably maybe mid of end this year we will see the wave 3 unfold. Let's see. So good luck trading. Tap your ideas in the comments. Let me know what you think, what other charts you would like to have analyzed. And yeah, I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.